Hello, guys and dolls. How are you? I hope you are well. All right, so I'm going to talk about one of the number one reasons why people fail in connections with other people. There's a lot of reasons. First of all, let's talk about the person I got rid of the other day. Met him on the mating site. He's highly opinionated to the point where he force feeds his opinion, whether you like it or not, whether that's a normal progression in the conversation or not. That is what he's going to do. He's going to force feed his opinion, even, especially when it's not warranted. He's going to do it anyway. Bailey, quit that. Come here. I don't know what you're doing, but quit. Anyway. Very forceful with his opinion, very pushy, very irrational, this is how the world needs to be. And if you have information to the contrary of what he said, you're wrong. And that's probably just the people that you know that are like that. Because in my world, what I see is a totally different story. So he's going to be right in his mind, right? No matter what. And I have zero tolerance for that. The conversation was very uncomfortable. He's very, very pushy with his opinion. He force feeds it down your throat. That's one thing I'm not going to tolerate. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to tolerate that. I didn't ask you for your little $2 opinion. And if I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. I'm just saying, don't be a bully. If it's a normal progression, like for example, I don't know, talking about, I don't know, anything. Your opinion, he's going to shove his opinion in there. You didn't ask for it. You're just having a discussion. But he's going to go on a tirade about how that's shouldn't be like that, and these are all the reasons why. In other words, he's a bully, and he doesn't care about people's opinion, and he doesn't respect your knowledge, and he doesn't respect multiple studies that said the same thing. One study, two studies, I don't know. I don't really follow studies. But when there's several that have the same information, mind you, he claimed he was married for 48 years, according to him. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But according to him, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Bailey. Hey! No. Come here. Come here. Come here. Go get your Frisbee. Go get your Frisbee. You know what your Frisbee is. Go get it. Go get it. It's right behind you. Go get your Frisbee. He knows what that means. He just chooses to pretend he don't know what that is. Go get your Frisbee. It's right there. It's right there. Better yet, come up here so I keep an eye on you. Come here. Come up here. Now. Come here. What's wrong with you? You being hard-headed too? Huh? You're supposed to be eating and drinking. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Anyway. Forceful. Just forceful. So anyway, he'd been supposedly married for 48 years. And she left him eventually. He blamed it on, she was on Chantix, and that's the reason why she had a meltdown. I don't think the Chantix had anything to do with it. I think she got sick and damn tired. She got more patience than me because she put up with your bullshit for 48 years. Now, because he's been married for umpteen million years, he doesn't have a goddamn clue what's happening in the dating world. He has absolutely zero clue what's happening in the dating world. What does he have in his mouth now? Come here, Bailey. I'm sorry, y'all. This is what happens when you have a toddler in your house. Come here. Bailey, right now. Come. Bring it. He's wearing me out. What is that? Bailey, bring it. No. Leave it alone. I don't even know what that is. Bailey. No. I don't even know what that is. Why are you messing with it? You're being bad. That's what's happening. You're being bad today. So anyway, he has no goddamn clue about dating. He has zero clue about dating. Okay? He doesn't have a clue. Bring it here. I'm sorry, y'all. Come here. Bring it here. Bring it here. Bring it here now, Bailey. Right now. Come. Come. Bring it here. Bring it here. He's really trying my patience. Excuse me, y'all. Come here. Come here. Bring it here. Bailey, bring. Bring it here. Oh my God, he doesn't want to freaking listen. Excuse me, guys. What did I tell you 500 times? What did I tell you? I don't even know what the hell this is. No. No. Abso-freaking-lutely no. Knock it off. I'm going to put you in timeout in a minute. You better knock it off. So, sorry guys. This is what happens, like I said, when you have a toddler. And he's a toddler, and he's obstinate. Anyway. So this mofo been married for 48 years, supposedly. He has zero clue what goes on in the dating world. I know what's going on in the dating world because I've been in the dating world for a very long time. As in many years. Okay? He doesn't have a clue. He's clueless. He's used to being in his own bubble where he's the boss and he thinks that what he says is gold and nobody can go against him, and he's the, he thinks having a you-know-what makes him a dictator. And so, needless to say, I got rid of his ass. So, the guy I've been talking to for the past couple of days, he's going through a divorce right now, and I see why, okay? He is stubborn. He's going to do what he wants when he wants. He's losing hearing in one of his ears, and he's not getting, what do you call it? This ear thing. Whatever the hell you call it. When you're losing your hearing. I lose words. I don't know why, but I do. Well, it's because of fibro. But anyway, he's not going to get one. And I said, well, they've got some that you can't see. They're hard to see. Nope, I'm not doing it. So even something that's going to be hearing aid, there you go, hearing aid, even something that's going to be detrimental to him by refusing to do it, he's going to do it anyway. I said, so you're going to make people scream and yell when they talk to you? I said, so if you go to a funeral, people have to scream at you because you can't hear? I don't go to funerals. Okay. I said, when your parents passed, you didn't go to their funeral? Now you see, now we're going to get to the meat and taters of why he acts so damn ignorant. His mother was a drug head / he called her a whore. A drug head. She doesn't know who his father is. And so now he never had a connection with her. And like I said, he never had any desire to find his father. He didn't give a rat's ass. He didn't know who his father was. He was perfectly okay with that. Which is a little odd. But then he doesn't know who his father is anyway. And has absolutely no curiosity about it. But he's just obstinate. No one's going to tell me anything. I'm going to do what I want when I want. I'm not getting a hearing aid. I don't give a damn if it improves my hearing or not. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to funerals. I'm not going to play outside in the snow. I don't go to movies. He said, I went on a date with a girl and it turned out to be really bad. I said, movies are not a good place. That's not a good place to go unless you're seeing someone in a relationship. You can't get to know somebody in the middle of a movie. So he's got I told him point blank, I got rid of him. Oh, and I sent him the link to Shahrazad's most recent video about, I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, she's talking about why her marriage failed and the difficulties, her husband was walled off and that kind of thing. And so that causes issues in relationships. So this kind of video is almost like a piggyback off of that. And I'll try to link her video in this one. But You know, that extreme stubbornness. I'm going to put my feet in concrete. I'm not budging for no damn body. I don't care. So I basically told him, I sent him the link and he said, I feel like I'm being analyzed. Now, mind you, I watched the link. I didn't take it personally. Here's a newsflash. Everything in the world does not revolve around you, regardless of the fantasy in your head. I didn't go there. But he took it personally. First of all, I felt off when I talked to him today. I just felt completely off, like something wasn't right. And then the more I talked to him, the more annoyed I was becoming. Everything that I mentioned to him, he has a stubbornness against it. No ability to be flexible, no ability to compromise, no ability to say, you know, I hadn't considered that, but I might try that one day. Oh no, baby, he does not operate on that level, and he will always have failed relationships. He will die alone unless he gets a woman that I call a rollover. Someone who lets you do exactly what you want, regardless if she doesn't like it, regardless if it upsets her, regardless of her needs being ignored. She's going to be a rollover and say, it's okay, whatever you want, it's fine with me. I'm not a rollover, so I'm not going to tolerate you right out the gate. You're saying no, 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 no to everything that I suggest. So you know what? I said, I'm canceling the date on Wednesday. I said, I'm going to let you be. All right? I'm canceling Wednesday. You have a bunch of effed up rules and regulations that defy logic. Now I see why your marriage is failing. I'm out. And yes, that's brutal to say, but he is lost. But he didn't have a relationship with his mother, so that sets the stage for failed relationships for the rest of your life. If you have a problem with one of your parents or both your parents, it'll jack you up for the rest of your goddamn life until you make up your mind that you are not going to put up with that. You're going to put your foot down. You're going to be the only one to go to therapy. You're going to tell your family to kiss it where the sun don't shine. You're going to go to therapy and you're going to get your head on straight so you can be a positive influence on someone else's life so that you don't get divorced, so that you don't get breakups every 5 minutes. Somebody breaks up with your ass. Until you break free of what's in here, you are in prison the rest of your life. If that's what you want, go for it. Go for it. People who are stubborn as hell, people who are obstinate, people who don't know how, they can't have communication without being difficult. I'm shocked that you even get along with people at your job. Probably because you're phony nice to them. You're not going to tell them no, 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 no. You'll get your ass fired. So try it and see. Okay? I don't have patience for that dumbness. I dropped my dang water. People saying no for no reason is pissing me off. You're not flexible at all. Who wants to put up with you when you are so difficult? You are so difficult to get along with. You are just a royal pain in the ass. Okay? I would be surprised if he has any friends. And I know for a goddamn fact he ain't got no female friends. Because she's going to be like, what are you doing, next week, Friday? No, not much. Why? Let's go out to eat. Well, where are we going? I don't know. I thought about Italian. Well, I'm not doing Italian. Yeah, but you had Italian before. Right, but I'm not doing it. Okay, fine. Let's do Chinese. I'm not doing that either. Now, I want those of you that are watching this video, how many of you are going to want to deal with someone who's always telling you no? I'm not doing it. Period. I'm not doing it. You're going to get smart and you're going to say, you know what? I'll tell you what. I will never invite your ass anywhere again in life because everything I say is wrong. Everything I say to you is you got a rebuttal against it. People are going to get tired of you because you're just difficult just for the sake of being difficult. That obstinance will keep you single for the rest of your raggedy life until you stop acting stupid and get your ass into therapy. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Keep your ass single then. You're okay. No, mommy's not mad at you. Keep your ass single. Be stubborn as hell. Put your motherfucking feet in quicksand, and or better yet, put your feet in concrete and don't budge for no goddamn body, and you let me know how that works for you. I am sick and damn tired of hard-headed mofos that think they rule the world. Everybody's gonna do what I say. I'm the emperor of the universe, and I'm gonna tell you which way it's gonna go. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that instead. No, I'm not compromising, and no, because I damn said so. Fine, bitch, stay single. That's your option. Because intelligent women, intelligent men are not going to put up with your constant no's. I'm not going to the doctor. Yeah, I've been sick for a month and I'm getting worse. I'm not going. I'm just not going to do it. Well, don't go. Die, motherfucker. Die. Because no one's going to miss your ass anyway. Okay? No one will miss your stubborn ass. And finally, since you took your last breath, you don't have any say-so anymore. Thank God. Nobody has to put up with your attitude. Nobody has to put up with your stubbornness. If you do have a long-term partner, which is highly unlikely unless the person's a rollover, they're going to be relieved when you're dead because they're finally going to get peace. And you have no say-so about how you're buried, what casket you're in. You finally don't have no more say-so. For the first time in your life, your mouth is shut permanently. No one's going to miss you. Just saying. You get as mad as you want to. Get mad. Just get as mad as you want to. Everybody has a right to get mad. And I really don't care. I'm tired of the stubbornness. I'm sick of it. And as desperate as men are to get all up in there, you'd think they'd be a lot more cooperative than they are. I'm going to say no, and I'm going to refuse, and I'm going to argue about everything you say, and I'm going to expect you to open your legs. Well, baby, you got a lot of expectations. None of them are realistic, but you go right ahead. Obstinance will keep you single. Being argumentative will keep you single. Telling people no constantly for no goddamn logical reason will keep your ass single. Okay? There's money arguments. There's money about disciplining the children. There's arguments about where are we going to live. There's arguments about where are we going for the holiday. We're going to your parents' house. We're going to my parents' house. Where, what are we going to do? Those are all things that can be worked out. But obstinance is not something that anyone can work through because you are not going to give in. You're not going to work with people. You're not going to do it. So you're gonna stay single. If that is the choice that you want to make, you want to be an angry, bitter, hostile man or bitter woman the rest of your life because people are not going to follow your regime, okay? Then you're just going to be angry and bitter and hostile, and that's just the life you're going to have to choose, and that's that, and that's it. I don't know where people I don't know how they would get along with anyone unless he doesn't have any family either. The second one that I fired, I had a date with him Wednesday and I canceled it because I'm not putting up with you. He's guarded. He's anxious. He's on pins and needles. You're supposed to look forward to meeting somebody. And he's not looking forward to none of that. And he tried to decide the place instead of saying we decide together or I decide. He's going to decide. No, I'm not going to let you decide. I don't want to go there. I want to go to this other place. Go ahead and be obstinate. Tell me how that is working for you. Look at your track record of relationships. It's only going to work with someone who doesn't give a rat's ass that you control. As a matter of fact, that person may prefer you to be dominant. They may be okay with you ruling them. Most people, you hear him growling in the background? He's going after his toy. He's destroying his toy. He's funny. Most people are not going to tolerate that. Especially if they know they have self-esteem, they love themselves. And I don't mean in a narcissistic way. I mean in a healthy way. Meaning my job is to protect myself. And I'm going to, come here. Come here. Bring it. And that's a no. No. He likes to make confetti. No. Absolutely no. How many toys do you have? And you prefer that? Really? You gonna say hi to people? Come here. Come here. You mad because I took your paper? I don't care. I don't care. You'll be all right. If a person cannot be compromising and they can't work with you, dump them. It's just that simple. If you're in a long-term relationship, and some people will be very, very agreeable in the beginning, because that's the love bombing. That is the time where I'm seducing you in and pretending that I'm a nice person. And sure, we could do whatever you want. I'm flexible. I'm open. Let's do whatever you want to do. Yeah, that's great. Even though I really don't want to do it. But sure, let's do it. And then once you've been with them for a month or two, the real them comes out. The real them is the opposite of who you saw. The real them is obstinate, determined, dominant, stubborn, unbending, unflexible, and simply they're just not gonna do it. And when you say why, they'll say, I'm just not doing it. They won't give you a reason. They'll just say they're not doing it. So, like I said, man or woman, it makes no difference. Go ahead and be stubborn. Keep being a horse's ass. What you need to do, if you're interested in having a relationship with somebody, no. Bailey! No. Sorry guys. If you're interested in having a relationship with somebody, you need to learn how to do it, because a booklet doesn't come out of our mother when we're born, okay? Or eventually you get one in the mail. You know, here's how to have relationships. Here's how to have healthy relationships. But you can learn how to do that on YouTube. You could talk to life coaches. You could talk to therapists. You could do all of that. No. When I'm doing something else that doesn't involve him, he gets jealous. And then he starts acting a fool. Yeah, animals do that. I had a rabbit that did the same thing. He'd act real ignorant when I was on the phone. Anyway, there's so many. Hey, caught it out. No, come up here right now. That's it. Lay down. You're just being real ignorant right now. Lay down, and you're going to stay here because you don't know how to behave. You're going to stay here. Get your icy cold nose off me. I have to keep him here because he don't know how to act. So there's no excuse to be as headstrong and inflexible as you are. It is not going to win you brownie points with anyone. If you have friends, they're probably rollovers too. Well, it's okay. I don't mind if he or she rules me. That's just how they are. Some people aren't going to roll with that. They're not going to put up with that, and you're going to be isolated. So, nope, you're staying here because you don't know how to behave. You're staying here. That's it. You're staying right here. That's it. There's no excuse. You want something so badly from someone, but you ain't flexing at all. I'm not bending halfway remotely, but you gonna still give me what I want. Really? No. No. You're not the only person that can say no. I can say no too. Okay, fool? I can't stand that. 2 people in a row that were just stubborn as hell, ornery, not budging. This is my world, and this is how I choose to live in it, and you're going to have to just accept that. And I have seen it too many times to count, okay? Where people's parents were useless, didn't teach them anything, did not raise them. They just had kids to brag and say they had kids, but they didn't guide them. They didn't nurture them. They didn't teach them how to respect other people. They didn't teach them how to work with other people. The world doesn't revolve around you. You know, they just no. They didn't teach him anything. And it's obvious who wasn't taught anything when you look at the result, the end result of the loser adult that's standing before you, and you're going, what the hell is wrong with this individual? What is wrong with them? And they always, we're going to go there. These same obstinate, stubborn as hell, inflexible steel rods who look like people, these are the same ones that when they get a divorce, it's always the spouse's fault. It's always my girlfriend's fault or my husband's fault or whoever, my wife's fault. Well, what responsibility do you think you had in it? I didn't have anything to do with it. I was the best person in the world, and this person was just plain awful. Could it be that you were stubborn as hell and inflexible and they got sick and damn tired of it because they were starting to have a mental breakdown? You think that might have had something to do with it? Because that's a strong possibility. All right? Obstinance. It kills everything in its path. People are not going to put up with you, period, unless you get rollovers. And here's the sad part. Even if someone has a dominating personality, they are inflexible as hell. Impossible to get along with. Family members will tolerate you in small spurts at family gatherings or barbecues or whatever it is that they do. They will put up with you in small spurts, or everyone will ignore you. You got no partner, you got no spouse, you don't have any real friends because their needs are irrelevant. The people that you know are associates because you only know them on a surface level, because they are not going to put up with you deeper than that because they see things in you that's a turnoff. Okay? And the same people who are stubborn as hell are the same people who are terrified to be alone. They have a fear of abandonment. However, they're their own worst enemy because their attitude guarantees that they will be abandoned. So they create their biggest fear. Let me repeat that. They create their biggest fear, the fear of abandonment. That is what they cause to happen. Because they're not going to bend. You don't have to bend. But you will be guaranteed to be alone the rest of your life. And all the panic that follows from being abandoned, you're going to have to deal with that the rest of your life too. Because you refuse to change. You don't have to change for no damn body. You're right. And nobody has to put up with you either. Remember that. It's a two-sided coin, baby. Remember that. You ain't got to change, and nobody has to put up with you. Period. And if you get a divorce, or your long-term girlfriend, long-term wife, whoever left your ass, look in the mirror. Don't point fingers. Stop pointing fingers, because as long as you're doing this and pointing fingers in opposite directions and everybody else, you will never, ever, 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 ever have enough smarts and enough incentive to say, you know what? What could I have done differently? What could I have done? Maybe my obstinance has something to do with it. Maybe I'm just an asshole. And if the person is a narc, which is worse than an asshole by a grand margin, right? Then therapy is what you're going to have. Intensive, comprehensive therapy. And like I told you before, many times, Lee Hammock is on YouTube. He's on Instagram also. And he is a self-aware narcissist. Is he still a narcissist? Yes. But he has had comprehensive psychotherapy for 4 years, and that's a good thing. I mean, that's a really good thing. His marriage has improved. His wife came back to him. He agreed to go to counseling in the whole bit. You don't have to stay the way you are the rest of your life. You don't. You do not. And truth be told, the obstinance could also be a screwed up childhood that caused you to be a screwed up adult, but it could also be a defense mechanism. I have this idea in my head, if I'm stubborn as hell, I have this idea in my head that if I'm always in control, I control whether I get hurt or not. I'm going to control the narrative. I'm going to dictate how things go down. And I prevent myself from getting hurt when I control the narrative. You ain't controlling jack. And you cannot control other people. And your behavior will push every single person away. So, you ain't got to change for no damn body. In fact, a guy told me that a long time ago. He said, I don't have to change. I said, you're right. And I don't have to put up with you. Click, and hung up in his face. You don't have to change, but you're going to be single. The sad part is, when they get with a rollover, the person is obedient. The person does bend constantly to your every whim. And the person who's obstinate is never happy. They do everything you want them to do. You are the puppeteer. You got the strings and you control the puppet. You control the puppet, but you're still miserable. So it's not obedience that you want, it's therapy that you need. Because some people will obey, and you're still an ass. So it's not that you need to dominate your world, it's that you've got problems up here, and you need to address them, or you're going to promise yourself, I'm promising you that you will stay alone. I know people who are married, and she was a rollover. Okay? They're divorced. He dumped her. She would have never left him. You know, she's from Europe. She'll cut your toast up if you want and put the butter on there. And how many cups of juice do you want? And how many slices of orange do you want with your breakfast? And she'll do everything you freaking want. And he was still miserable as hell. So even when you have somebody who obeys you and does, management, control, whatever, I don't remember what you call it. Control, whatever the hell it is. They obey you and do everything you want. You're still miserable because it's not the outside world that you're controlling that resolves your issues. It's therapy that resolves your issue, and you refuse to go. So, what did I always say, and what have I been saying? If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're gonna keep getting what you've been getting. Okay? I don't need to go on a date with no damn body. I got my man right here. Right freaking here. Don't you go anywhere because you're being a bad seed. I got my man right here. And he's not, well, that's not true. He is stubborn sometimes. But when he realizes that I'm the bread and butter, I literally feed him and take care of him and water him and potty him and love on him, he snaps out of it. Or if he wants a TREAT, he's learning what that word means. TREAT, he's learning what that means. He has incentive to go, ooh, I think I'm going to behave myself because I really love those. You wonder why I don't bother with people. And you wonder why I don't bother with men. I could care less about them. Now, do I hate all men? No. I have a friend. I've had him. We've been friends since I was 18 years old. We're still friends. I have a new friend who is a guy. We went on a date, but I live too far from him. But we're still friends. He lives out of town. He lives in Lee Summit, which is about 2 hours from me. So we're still friends. We talk all the time. He's cool as hell. So no, I don't hate men, but I am not going to tolerate obstinance. I'm not. And if women are like that, if I had a woman friend who always wanted her way and she don't care and that's just it and that's it, I would drop her ass too. I'm not tolerating that off of no damn body. I'm not doing it. Life is too short to be miserable. Let me repeat that. Life is too short to be miserable. So, change your ways or stay single. It's just that simple. Or stay in a terrible marriage, stay in a miserable relationship, because the relationship problems are not always your partner. You need to look at a goddamn mirror. A lot of times it's you. And it's real painful for people to acknowledge their flaws, but unless you do, nothing is going to change and you're going to stay single. And you're going to be 80 years old with no teeth in your mouth talking about, I can't stand women. Bitches, they're so bitchy, bleh. Or I hate men, they suck. Bleh. Did you ever get therapy? No. So you could blame it on Santa Claus if you want to. You could blame it on Ronald McDonald if you want to. You could blame it on Bailey if you want to. Bottom line is, you're the reason. Keep your hiney right here. Why don't you come here? Come here. Come here. Come here. You mad at me because you got in trouble? You better look in the mirror. You're the reason you got in trouble, fluff ball. His fur on the top of his butt, or in his butt region, is coarse. It's hard when I brush him like all the time. Oh, he's like, I'll let you rub my chest because I'm so special. Or whatever. Look at you. You look like a homicide chalk line. Anyway, it's real coarse, but the rest of his hair is just kind of soft and fluffy. So it's really weird. It's like combination fur. It's kind of weird. You being good now? You being good? Miracles do happen. Come here. So anyway, yeah, if you don't change, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. Get rid of your attitude. Lose it. Lose the attitude. The world doesn't owe you anything. I don't care what fantasy is in your head. The world doesn't owe you anything. And even if everyone were to cater to you, you're still going to be a miserable blank. So knock it off and get some help. Or die alone. Too bad. I don't care. Die alone. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to say goodbye to everybody? Don't poke me in the face. Freaking long-legged. You're so long-legged. You're so long-legged. Cute stuff. Anyway, you guys be good. And, yeah, lose the abstinence, people. It's not going to get you anywhere in life. Learn to be flexible. Learn how to get along with people. Learn to, practice, There's so much on YouTube. Get back over here because you're being bad. Nope, stay here. Love you, but you better stay here. With all the information on YouTube, there's no reason to stay stuck in the pit you're in. Unless you want to stay stuck in that pit. And that's your choice. But deal with the repercussions. If you don't change, deal with the repercussions. That's all I can tell you. It's the best advice I could give you. Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.